Okay, I'm going to talk about a list today. In this lecture, I'm going to talk about list references. And as you can see, you have to know the difference between the list variable and list contents. List variable is a named alias, so this is important alias, right? And pointer to the list. List contents is a memory where the values are stored. So if you look at this example, let's take a look at this diagram. Scores is a list variable, or called a list reference variable. So this variable references this list content 109745, and the list variable contains a reference to the list contents. So let's just let's just create a list variable and list contents. So in the Python shell, since it's a very simple example, I'm not going to create a new file. I'm going to show this demo on a Python shell. The scores is what? It's a list variable, right? Now I'm going to create a list contents, starting from the first element is 10, 9, 7, 4, and 5, right, etc. So 10, 9, 7, 4, 5. Okay. So this is a list content, and this is list reference variable, right? And when you copy a list variable into another variable, both variables refer to the same list. The example is now score is really, as you can see, the score is pointing to this list content. When you copy, values is equal to score. That means copy the score into a values variable, list variable. As you can see, you are not creating a new list. You're just creating a new reference variable which points to the same list content, right? To which scores points, right? So the example is values is equal to scores, right? And let's just print values, and then since the values is a variable, it's really pointing to this list to which the score points. Okay. Now, modifying the alias list. Since you know that the scores and values are really these two reference variable right now are pointing to the same list. If you change the content of the list, right, using the score, and then when you try to print out the same thing using the values, you can see the change. You can see the effect. So let's say score 3 is equal to 10, right? So this is index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3. So the 4 is now changed to 10, right? This 4 is changing to 10. And to print values, this time I'm going to use the values, another variable. I'm not using the score, right? So I'm using another variable, values, reference variable. Let's just print 3, right? And it's a 10, right? You see the 10. 4 has been changed to 10 using the score variables, and I try to print the contents in index 3 using values. As you can see, you see the change. Okay. So I'm going to end my short lecture here.